At long last, the newest studio album by black and deathcore band Mental Cruelty is finally upon us. I've been looking forward to this album for quite some time, and I've been very excited to make this review. I will be referencing my previous reviews on the single tracks that I had made, so if you haven't seen those reviews yet, go check those out. As usual, these are my personal thoughts, so I respect all opposing viewpoints. Also, the music will be in the description below, and if there was something I got wrong about the review, let me know, and I will make a post-edit in the description at a later date. Without further ado, let's get into this. Zwielicht, which is German for Twilight, is the fourth studio album by Mental Cruelty. It is the first full-length album to feature new lead vocalist Lukas Nicolai. As I mentioned in my previous reviews, Mental Cruelty has definitely changed up their sound from albums past. This album definitely takes a lot of symphonic black metal elements that were featured in their last album, A Hill to Die Upon, but the band has certainly branched out quite a bit on this album. It isn't just black and deathcore, it's a combination of melodic death metal, symphonic black metal, and deathcore, all wrapped together in a very interesting package. The sound can be compared to Lorna Shore, Worm Shepherd, and Winter Sun. The album is extremely diverse, combining so many styles together to create a dark yet emotional soundscape, something Zwielicht does much better than A Hill to Die Upon did, which had a very consistent pattern the band followed. Zwielicht ensures that every song feels very different from the last and has a much heavier focus on the atmosphere. It definitely sounds a lot like Pain Remains by Lorna Shore, but with a very different composition. Distorted 7-string guitars shape the sound but utilize classic black metal riffage and melodic death metal riffage, while drums go from extremely fast blast beats and double kick drums to very simplistic drum patterns to pace out the songs. Choir vocals and orchestral and symphonic elements all mesh well together, creating a dark yet epic soundscape that you can imagine yourself in. The songs never felt boring, and there were sudden switches in pace and tempo in the songs that made the experience feel more dynamic than just one heavy song after another. A surprising twist is the sparing use of clean vocals by rhythm guitarist Nahu Lozano. The cleans only appear maybe 3 times and are only used once in those 3 occurrences. As out of place as the cleans felt, they almost fit perfectly in this album in a weird way. While I don't expect Mental Cruelty to go all in with the cleans, I think the cleans do have a place in their music. Of course, there are plenty of solos and breakdowns aplenty. As I mentioned in the previous reviews I made on the single releases, one of the biggest emphases I made was how the lyrics evolved from past records, and the lyrics have definitely improved quite a bit. The lyrics seem to explore various subjects and take inspiration from many different sources, and draw parallels on those subjects. One example is Forgotten Kings. One of the things I got wrong about that review was it drew a lot of inspiration from the video game Dark Souls 2, particularly with the Lost Sinner boss fight, and the Greek myth of Prometheus. Pest is about the Black Plague, or the bubonic plague that was present in Europe from 1347 to 1351. Nordlies, if you watch my previous video, draws inspiration from Norse mythology on the Northern Lights. Other subjects expressed are depression, hopelessness, and interpersonal struggle. There seems to be a logical narrative being expressed, so this is what I think the story is about. I'll make an edit in the comments if something I missed comes up. What I think the story of Zwielicht is, it's about a man who commits blasphemy, and because of his blasphemy, he causes a string of events that completely ravage the world, from a plague to a phenomenon known as the Nordlies, which the populace believe to be the angered spirits of the dead. The man is then branded a sinner and is imprisoned at the top of a mountain. While imprisoned, he begins to regret his actions and everything he did that led him to this point. Somehow, he manages to escape his mountain prison, where he dies in a wintry forest and his soul wanders. He eventually finds himself in some semblance of an afterlife, which he describes to be an ocean, and watches as the world he lived in decays, knowing he will never make his actions right. Zwielicht is a fresh take on Mental Cruelty's sound, seemingly fusing together deathcore with black metal to create an atmospheric journey, leading us into a dark and depressing world, but showing an emotional side to their music we haven't seen before. Mental Cruelty has a bright future, and their music is only going to get better from here. Lukas Nicolai did a fantastic job on vocals and showed us why he was the perfect fit for Mental Cruelty. It is the response to Lorna Shore's Pain Remains. The band should be commended for stepping out of their comfort zone to explore new facets of their music without compromising what makes their sound what it is. Zwielicht is a blackened deathcore masterpiece, an anthemic journey from beginning to end. They truly did put the black in black metal. I am already looking forward to the next release of Mental Cruelty. Well done, gents. What did you think of Zwielicht by Mental Cruelty? What was your favorite track? Put those down in the comments, and I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright, so that is my review on Zwielicht by Mental Cruelty. I've worked very hard on this. I put a lot of work into this, and I wanted this to be right the first time. So there's that. So yeah, I've covered pretty much everything from Mental Cruelty. So don't expect any new Mental Cruelty content for a while. There's a lot of other stuff that I have in the pipeline. I think a few of these reviews that I had planned, I think I waited too long to do them, but may try to bring those around at some point. I do have a couple of re-reviews in the works as well. These were reviews that I originally posted on Reddit, but I think are worthy of being on my channel. So I'm gonna get to work on those. There's going to be tons of stuff coming out in the months to come, so I will have no shortage of content. But as far as Mental Cruelty goes, don't expect to see any new Mental Cruelty for a while. And guys, if you're watching, hi. That's all I got. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And because I put a lot of work into this, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. I don't ask for that a lot, but I'm putting a lot of work into these videos now, so I hope you guys enjoy it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.